Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to learn what are services in Kubernetes and we are going to cover only ClusterIP and NodePort. So our today's questions are: what is services in Kubernetes? What is ClusterIP and NodePort? And how to create services with ClusterIP and NodePort? So the first question is: what is services in Kubernetes? Services are used to expose pods to the network, and since the pods can be restarted or replaced, their IP addresses keep changing. And to provide a stable endpoint for communication, Kubernetes offers service types like ClusterIP and the NodePort. So our next question is, what is ClusterIP and NodePort? ClusterIP is the default type of service in Kubernetes. Suppose if you are creating a service and if you are if you have not given anything on its type, it will automatically take ClusterIP. It assigns stable internal IP addresses to a group of pods. It is only accessible from inside the cluster. It cannot be exposed externally, and it helps internal communication between microservices. So if you want the external traffic from internet or your local machine, you cannot reach the services through cluster IP. For example, you want a database connection where an app needs to talk to a database pods. In that case, you have to you will require cluster IP. Now, what are node port? So the node port exposes the services externally on each node, IP and a static port. It allows external access to Kubernetes services without requiring a load balancer, and the port assigned to a node port service is automatically chosen from the range between 30,000 to 32,767. So any request which is sent to node IP and static port, it automatically gets forwarded to the underlying ports. And since the service is exposed outside, it can be accessed from the internet also. For example, if you are exposing a web application, so the users can access it. In that case, Node port is useful. If you want to do that, you have to use Node port. So our next question is how to create service with cluster IP and Node port. So now we'll have to create the deployment myapp dot vi myapp dot YAML. I already have a YAML file for this, so okay, so I'm going to paste that. So this is the YAML file. So API version is app/v1, kind is deployment, name is my app deployment. We have set two replicas, and match label will be my app. Here also it will be my app. And the container image is nginx and its name is nginx. And the container port will be 80. Okay. So this is perfect. We are going to save this and k apply-f myapp.yaml. And you can see that the deployment is created. Now we have to we have to expose this deployment. K get deploy. It will check. We have deployments here. We have already covered how to create deployments, so I'm not going in depth for these points. We are simply going to expose the service. So you can, we have imperative methods, we have YAML files also. If you want to create it using a YAML file, you can just refer kubernetes.io documentation page. There you will get the YAML file to expose the services as well. Here we are going to use the imperative command, kexpose deployment, then the name of the deployment, hyphen type is equals to. First, we are going to cover cluster IP, type, uh, port is equals to 80, target port is equals to 80, and name is equals to my app cluster IP. So k expose deployment, my app deployment. Here we have given the type cluster IP, port, target port, and the name for the cluster IP. Enter. And you can see that the service is exposed. If you want to see the service, check the services, get SVC. SVC is the short form for the services. And you can see that my cluster IP, this service is created. If you want to want the in-depth detail on this, describe SVC, my, and you can see that that its name is my app cluster IP. We have not given any namespace here. Selector is my app is equals to my app, and this is cluster IP, and these are the port and IP details here. So this is it. We are going to clear this. Now, how you are going to check this? Get pods hyphen o wide. We are going to enter inside a pod. So for entering inside a pod, we'll use this command execute hyphen it, then name of the pod hyphen shell. So we are inside the pod now. If you'll do curl from inside the pod, you can see this is the result. This is how cluster IP works. Uh, you can try this command from any of the nodes. Your services are running in worker node and we are in the control plane node right now. If you want to check it from the worker node, that too will work. So this is cluster IP. Now we are going to work on NodePort. We are going to create the node. Yes, okay, get deploy. We have this deployment, and we are going to say same imperative command. K expose deploy my hyphen deployment hyphen type is equals to NodePort. Make sure you are entering NodePort or cluster IP in the right manner. For NodePort, the N will be capital and the P will be capital. For cluster IP, C will remain in the capital, then IP will remain in the capital. So this is necessary. Hyphen port is equals to 80. Hyphen target hyphen port is equals to 80. And hyphen name is equals to my app hyphen node port. So you can see that this is exposed now. Get SVC. Here, if you see, we have got the port for the node port 30712. And as we have already discussed that the port which will be assigned in creating node port services is in between 30,000 to 37,267. 32,767. So this is in between. This is 30,712. We are going to use this port. And if you want to describe it, describe SVC my app. And you can see the details out in here. So I'm going to clear this. Get pods hyphen o wide get node hyphen o wide get SVC. So we are not going to get inside the pod to check this. We are directly going to take the node port IP curl node IP. So this IP, okay, and then the port which was assigned to us 30712, and we'll hit enter. You can check this is working. So this is how this works, and with the help of this, you can do the external communication. So this is the difference between node port and the cluster IP. I hope you have enjoyed this video and you have understood how these things work. That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching.